Hello, welcome to the Lunatic Fringe, your guide to the moon phases and how they affect you based on your rising sign. In this video, we will be discussing the Cancer new moon on July 17th. This is a very powerful, transformative new moon. All new moons are about fresh starts, new beginnings, new plans. This powerful new moon is also making connections with Uranus in Taurus, with Neptune, retrograde Neptune in Pisces, and retrograde Pluto back in Capricorn. So to find out how that's affecting you based on your rising sign, stay tuned. Hello, Gemini Rising. So for this new moon, we have the sun and the moon in your second house. So of course we have our sun energy. The sun is the energy of vitality, of life force, of your general strive or drive for significance, your desire for significance in life. This is the energy of just raw power and life force. So that energy is in your second house, Gemini. The second house is the house of values, of your money, of your possessions, of the resources or the tools that you have at hand for life and for self-sufficiency. So we also have the moon, of course. The moon is the high priestess. This is our intuition, our inner wisdom, spiritual energy. This is the mothering energy or the feeling of belonging. The moon brings that basic desire for belonging. The moon rules Cancer. So the moon is at home in your second house. It is feeling a harmonious energy there. It's not having to struggle to make itself known. It's not fighting off combative energies. So these energies are harmonizing now. The new moon is a time for new beginnings, new plans, fresh starts, initiating. Cancer is a cardinal water energy. So that means it's an initiating energy. It's the start of a new season. It's the start of the summer season. So the energy is constantly initiating. And in this case, Cancer is all about emotions. The objective of the Cancer energy is to find emotional safety. So this Cancer energy is initiating emotional safety. So Geminis, you might feel a deep emotional attachment or emotions come up when it comes to the thought or the idea of you being self-sufficient. Maybe that's something that's difficult for you. Maybe it's something that you strive at. Maybe it's something that people just don't understand about you. You do it in a very emotional sort of way, or you just have this deep emotional attachment to your money or your possessions. The second house is all about possessions. So I myself, being a Gemini rising, I tend to have a lot of little collections. I have a lot of books. This is a fraction of my book collection. I have whole rooms with walls full of books. My husband's a book collector too. He has a lot of heavy Taurus energy, which is a second house energy. We tend to like things. The sun and the moon shining the spotlight on your house of possessions, your house of money, the house of initiating emotional safety. So you're constantly feeling that need to maybe make money in order to find emotional safety. That might not be true for everybody, but it can be for a lot of Geminis having this energy in the second house. So Gemini, this can really bring a potent surge of emotional as well as creative energy, focusing on your personal resources and your material possessions. The sun is the ruler of the fifth house, and the fifth house is where we show our creative expression. So when the sun moves into a house, it also brings that energy of creativity. So bringing that creativity to your second house can really bring the energy of bringing out your creative skills, your creative tools and resources in an effort to be self-sufficient or to make yourself some money. Now this can amplify your desire for stability and for security. It's really prompting you to invest your energy in cultivating some sort of financial abundance for yourself, as well as nurturing this sense of self-comfort and self-worth. The feeling of being insecure in your finances can weigh very heavily on your emotions, Gemini. So if you're feeling like you're in a place where you're having a lot of heavy emotions regarding your ability or lack thereof of being self-sufficient, then working hard, putting all that energy into figuring out how to be self-sufficient is where you're going to find that emotional stability. Now, this is a good time to explore your values. Reassess your finances, reassess your financial strategies. Maybe you've been doing something a certain way and it's just not working for you. Seek out help from people who are good at their finances. Ask them how they do it. Ask them to help you figure out a way to be better at managing your money or making money for yourself. This is really a good time to harness your intuition and manifest abundance in your life, Gemini. This is a very harmonious, good, positive, beneficial energy. And there are more benefits coming from some of the other planets. Okay, Gemini, next we have Uranus. Uranus is the Fool. This is the energy of spontaneity, unexpected changes, and new beginnings, new things starting in your life. So Uranus is in Taurus, where it has been for quite a while, and that is your 12th house, Gemini. So this whole time, Uranus has really been bringing a lot of unexpected changes to your subconscious, to your spirituality, to your desire for solitude, your desire for seeking deep within yourself and discovering your spiritual self. But at the moment, it is 2 doors down from the sun and the moon, so in the 2nd house. So what this can really do is bring this element of unpredictability as well as innovation, which prompts some unconventional approaches to your subconscious, to issues relating to value or self-worth or feelings of financial independence, which will bring up that feeling of self-worth and literally increase your self-value. Next we have Neptune. Now Neptune is retrograde at the moment. So Neptune is at home in Pisces. Pisces is your 10th house, Gemini. We've talked about this in previous videos. So Neptune in Pisces is at home, it's harmonizing, just like the sun in Cancer. It's not having to fight off any kind of hostile energies. It is amplified in its home house, or its home sign, I'm sorry. So this can really add a touch of dreaminess. Neptune, Pisces, these are the signs of the dream life, the subconscious mind, the dream mind, the spiritual self that's separate from the physical mundane self. So this can really bring this dreaminess or some intuition even to your area of career and to your public image matters or situation or how you're seen in the public. What this is doing is really encouraging a compassionate and imaginative approach to your career and to your public image. Now lastly, Gemini, we have our friend Pluto. Pluto making movements again, making major shifts again. So Pluto, which was in Aquarius, will go back into Aquarius next year and stay there for 20 years. But Pluto is retrograde at the moment. And just a few weeks ago, that retrograde Pluto made its way back over the threshold, back into Capricorn. So it had been in your 9th house for a while, Gemini, and that's where it will end up eventually. But for right now, it has moved back into the 8th house, back into the house of deep personal transformation, the house of sex and intimacy, the house of deep soul searching and investigative searching, as well as secrets and things coming to the surface. So it's been a rough many years, Gemini. I know, because I am a Gemini rising as well. So I have been experiencing this energy, and I am very, very happy for Pluto to be moving out of our 8th house next year. It has been tough, but very powerfully transformative. I've made some huge insights into myself over the past decade or so. And I'm ready for it to move on and see what's going to happen with it in our 9th house. But anyway, so for now, Pluto back in the 8th house. What this is really bringing, Gemini, it's intensifying these other energies around us. It is bringing that transformative energy to these matters of power struggles that have to do with your shared resources with your partner, power struggles that have to do with intimacy or sex, as well as psychological growth, deep psychological growth, which you've been going through. You're probably very familiar with this energy. This is not a big surprise, but we're back at it. And because it's retrograde, it's giving us the opportunity to revisit, to reassess, reevaluate, rework, replan, renegotiate, whatever those return words. We're returning to this energy so that we can readdress it and move on and never have to address it again, hopefully. So this is really a good time to confront any deep-seated fears you may have, Gemini, especially when they come to reclaiming your personal power, being in your full, powerful, authentic self. Whatever's preventing you from doing that, especially in areas of sex, intimacy, or shared resources, or things like death and rebirth, this is where you're going to find that. This is where you're being urged to put that energy to. Okay, Gemini, that's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate all your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye.